And welcome to halftime of the Minnesota-Seattle game. At the end of the second quarter, the score is Minnesota 13, Seattle. Oh, sorry. Um, Good afternoon and good evening and good morning around the world. This is Steve Ferreira, and you're watching OK Boomer Live. In my day job, I'm CEO of Ocean Audit, an ocean freight refund recovery consultancy with 17 of the Fortune 100. And it's a pleasure to be here tonight on Sunday night. This is actually a perfect time slot for me as I realize that it is halftime of the Vikings Seahawks game. And what a great way to entertain you guys for 15, 20 minutes until the second half kickoff. Or if you're in Paris, Prague, Bangladesh, Sydney, Melbourne, all I have to say is good morning. And let's have a great start to the Monday because I've got some incredible details to keep the buzz going around in ocean freight. And the first thing I just want to say real quick is, I kind of like these late night editions with the boomer. And by the way, make sure you live the boomer lifestyle. But I got a call from Connecticut Power and Energy. They want their plutonium back. I guess for the amount of light and energy it's taking to get the studio up to LinkedIn and network grade lighting and ambiance. I guess my neighbors have called looking for some. It's like that movie Chevy Chase when he turns the light switch on and the power meter on the nuclear energy in this little town goes crazy. So I feel like we got a little bit of that going on tonight with the boomer lifestyle, but we will make do. It's great to have all my friends, followers, and fans watching me live and on the replay that will live forever, which is also kind of a scary thing, right? But being authentic and keeping it real is something that I really love, right? And I think being quick and thinking on your feet is always a great way to build your own B2B persona, which is something I like to do when I'm not doing my day-to-day work at Ocean Audit. So I put together some really cool stuff today. I don't want to keep you guys, but I found some really interesting trends taking place. And my goal is always to bring you a different way to look at the perspectives of supply chain, ocean freight, and transportation, and help tie the dots together. Just that I have to agree with my buddy John Monroe and the famous economist Peter Sands gives for just fodder for the water cooler, I guess, in the morning. But we'll get into that. Well, without further ado, why don't we hop into tonight's presentation of OK Boomer Live TV. You're watching Steve Ferreira, CEO of Ocean Audit, for those that are just joining us. And I want to talk first off before I have a very small graphics deck and some backup graphics web pages I want to just share with you. But I want to just focus on something that I saw from a couple of the folks over at FreightWaves, and it was the Jefferies Investment Company report that talks about the resupply of America. Jefferies Investment is a really very reputable newsletter in terms of what's going to happen. Their economists are some of the best in the business. And as a matter of fact, I reached out for one of their economists to come on my show, and hopefully we can make that happen in the next few weeks. But Jefferies is very bullish on the resupply of America, which means that this juggernaut that we see happening in the Trans-Pacific will undoubtedly continue. Now, I am bullish as well. I support the Jefferies report, and I don't think there'll be any let up in the cadence of velocity of shipments. And there's some things here in my presentation that definitely support that. So I am totally bullish that we will see a strong inbound trade from Asia, especially for the next I would say, in my opinion, well into Q2 2021 for sure. So I am bullish on the Jefferies report. And I think so is in Amazon and Walmart. And let's just jump into my presentation with the Jeffries report kind of in mind, right? We'll talk about that. And I think that I share my screen with you here. I can kick off into, oops, I should really share the audio here too. Okay, great. I think that is sharing. I've got another monitor here. You know, as my friend Kevin Hill knows from FreightWaves, boy, I'll tell you, it is not easy walking and chewing gum with, you know, producing and doing the soundboard and everything yourself. It is tough work. But welcome to Sunday Night with the Boomer. This is a great graphic. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually have that very same pin, and I wanted to, you know, I wanted to showcase it a little bit, but it's hard to see from the distance. But this is my OK Boomer Live real prop, the diamonds, the rubies, and the gemstones from my friend Manu in India. Nice design. And anyway, back to the Jeffries report. So I wanted to talk about how you know what, Amazon will just become the #1 NVOCC in 2 years. It has no doubt in my mind. And the reason why I say that is this is their look at the lift right now on Amazon's NVOCC. Their carrier code is AMZD, and they went from 22,000 TEUs in January, October 2019 to 66,000 TEUs up until, you know, October 10th. So they tripled their lift, right? And that's just their solo lift. And when I say solo, right, they're not selling their NVOCC services to anyone other that's in their China small fulfillment by Amazon program. So if I strike that, when they decide to master the universe of ocean freight, well, let me just share this with you. My other LinkedIn friend, Erman Jaffrey, I hope I said your name right. He had a chart that he had put up, and it talked about, keep this in mind, 66,000 TEUs. And take a look at this chart here, where Amazon would rank right now within the top 25 forwarders, right? So I think you can see this, in 66,000 TEUs would put them probably around, you know, 13th, 14th, 15th place. And that's just the Amazon cargo. So I think the rest of the world has to raise the white flag to Jeff Bezos. What a juggernaut this Amazon is. And so it's shocking numbers, right? Let me go back to the slide for them. And here we go. I just, wow. It's like a rocket ship, right, guys? Huh? That's amazing. Really amazing. You know, I think that we talked about the Jeffries report, right? And Peter Sands is a famous analyst at BIMCO, and my chart here is. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I had this all set up, and we spent so much time putting this together. I have to actually play the sound, right? Because it's the whole part of my sound effects here. Let me make sure I get this right, because it wouldn't have worked if I hadn't played the sound. So Peter Sands of BIMCO, and let's see if we can do this. So we're not responding. That is always a glitch when the system does not respond, and you get the frozen hourglass, right? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go off right now, and I can't unfreeze this. I can't do it. Let me go off and come right back on. Okay. Thanks, guys.